No doubt. I mean, what that does for his self-confidence is incredible. Homers, he ran some balls down in the outfield, got things going early on in the game. I knew he'd be ready to play. I mean, that was a big part of wanting to do that today, and not that anybody else would not be, but give this guy opportunity, and he's going to do whatever he possibly can to take advantage of it. And he pretty much stirred it up for the entire group today. He was outstanding. And then, I mean, the entire outfield hit 4 homers today. That's not a bad thing. And of course, Javi grabbed one, too. Up and down. I thought Jake pitched really well. We kind of put Jake in a bind by not catching the ball. That cost him another inning, which would have kept Travis out of the game. But we had to do what we had to do. I thought Jake pitched better than 5 and a 2/3 or 5 and a 3rd, what it was. He had a chance to go more deeply into that game because uncharacteristically we missed some plays that we normally make.
Joe, would we be talking more about Jake as a Cy Young Award candidate if he didn't have that sensational thing last year? I mean, he's right up there with the top guys right now.
Yeah, you look at the numbers; they're outstanding again. You're probably right. I can't disagree with that. And you become more hypercritical after a guy has achieved what he did last year. And what he'd achieved last year, how he did it, is almost impossible to replicate. It really is. I mean, that was just like wire to wire, incredible. But the way he started out today really was reminiscent of that, I thought. I mean, the fastball pounding in the zone. Once we scored that 5 runs, he came back out and was missing a little bit. But like I said, I really think had we caught the ball for him today a little bit more consistently, he probably 6, 7 innings, I think. We would have gotten out 6 for sure, 7 was a possibility. The fastball had that little extra life at the end. The strike throwing was better. The curveball had great depth. That was, I can honestly say from the side, that reminded me of last year, physically.
You were here at the beginning of last year. Is that when Matt Sczcur did his swing change kind of where he started to get more pop?
Yeah, I remember they talked about that in spring training
I'm
because,
curious if that's what he needed to stay in the big leagues to have that kind of.
yeah, I mean, otherwise, what had been happening apparently was he was more of a ground ball, real flat, smothering the ball, chopper to third kind of a thing. And him and Johnny got together, and I mean, you can see where his hands are right now. And they go over it every day. They go over it every day regarding staying through the ball, trying to lift a little bit more, and he has. But then again, I like when he punches the ball on the other side with 2 strikes. He's working good at bats right now. And then when you give him a game like that, to use him off the bench as a pinch hitter becomes even more viable. But yeah, I mean, him and John have done great work.
You put those 3 guys in, kind of give the regulars a rest. You mentioned the outfield was 4 home runs. What does that do for the group, knowing that you got some of your starters on the bench and you guys come through?
Yeah, well, that's a pick me up for everybody. Of course, the starters enjoyed the day. It was really hot again. That was another tough day, and I mean that's again I've been wanting to treat Friday games after Thursday night games as Sunday. So that was part of the game plan. It made even more sense right now after that game last night, how hot it was, to get these guys off their feet. I know they appreciated it. They'll be back out there tomorrow. Now, again, it goes back to the juggling of Contreras and Javi and Soler to keep them all active and solvent.
I know that we've talked about it more than you have, but when you beat them in a heartbreaker for them last night and then come out and 13-2 or whatever today, is that anything to the dynamic given where we are in the season?
Well, of course, we were assured of at least splitting this series, which, I'm certain that they came in here wanting to do better than that. So that's a positive right there. But I mean, being who they are, they'll throw that game in the wastebasket and come back out and play tomorrow. The momentum is always about your next day starting pitcher. That's it. And we're in good shape with that tomorrow. They have a guy I have not seen yet. We have not seen yet. But it's nice to have Kyle follow up on a victory like that today.
Hey, Joe, taking a guy or 2 guys that have the same production as a fan, do you like what Wilson Contreras does with the flair to it? He looked at that home run a little. He's jumping up and down on left field.
How about how he ran to first base on the ground ball in his last at bat? I mean, that's the part that really impresses me. He plays with his hair on fire constantly, and I love it. I absolutely love it. He's contagious. I don't see him changing. I don't. He could be here for the next 10 years, and I think with good health, 10 years from now, you're going to still see him run like that to first base. He behind the plate, he's so active, and he's talking in the dugout all the time. He gets to Borzello in between innings, give me more information. Outfield, he works. How about the throw he made? He almost got Wainwright on that real soft double down the left field line. The one ball kind of took off on him, but he stayed with it. He's done a good job everywhere we've put him, but again, don't forget, this is his baptism. This guy's going to keep getting better.
Here's my question.
a guy like that, an emotional player like that, when he slumps, does the emotion get?
Of course, he is. Yeah, he's very emotional. I don't disagree. That's up. We have to continue to monitor that and make sure that we're there for him. He's very hypercritical of himself too. You're right, absolutely. And I mean, there's times that could be a really good thing, and other times it could really possibly get in the way. So we're aware of that, and we got to stay with him. But I think as we continue along together, we being everybody, we can help him move through those moments, because I'll take the way he is any day. It's much easier to tone somebody down than to try to supercharge somebody that isn't.
Joe, I know it's one day at a time for you, but these next 2 days, you can put them back 16 in the seventh.
You know, again, that's it's about Saturday. I have to keep reminding myself that today is Friday. All day long, getting up today, you know, you get to your iPad, and actually the stock market's working today, and I forgot. So anyway, I don't care. I mean, the point is, it's about tomorrow. I hate to be so redundant, but I mean that. I mean, it's Kyle. I'm already looking at the bullpen for tomorrow. Grimmer, I don't know. Smitty, I don't know. Rondon had a great day, so he continues to move forward. I don't know if Montgomery could come back that quickly after throwing so many pitches yesterday. Travis, I thought, had his best stuff in a while today. So I mean, that honestly, game over. That's all I was worried about in that room.
With all the, for those who don't see you guys play day in, day out, I mean, how does this stretch compare, considering the contributions you're getting from everybody in the lineup, on the bench, bullpen, starters? How does this compare to just the 2 years that you've been here? Is this as good as it's been?
Well, we've never won 11 in a row, so it's probably as good as we've been. It's starting to feel more like the beginning of the season. We had a pretty good start this year. When the guys walk out there, there's a strong sense or belief that we're going to win the game somehow. If it's close play, we're going to figure it out. I mean, that's when you're going well. Everybody feels that way. What's happening right now? You're seeing a lot of young guys. They're all getting opportunity right now, and they're all coming through. They're pushing each other in a positive way. That was not possible last year. You know, Javi was still cutting his teeth. Addison was just becoming the regular shortstop right about now. There's again, I keep talking about the growth of these guys. That's just 1 year ago. I look at them right now. They're going to continue to get better. I mean, sometimes, I surprised where people don't want to put their scouts hat on and they get hypercritical of these young guys. Of course they're going to chase pitches. Of course they're going to make dumb mistakes. On defense today, we made a mistake that cost Jake 15 pitches. Of course they are. Patient, and then you talk them through that. I mean, let's make this routine thing routinely, because I don't think young players understand when you make a mistake like that what it costs your starting pitcher and then what it meant at the end of the game. Not that it's going to always necessarily cause them to make a better decision, but when they really understand that, it will, in regards to how they attempt to make a play. That's the kind of nuance I want these guys to understand and learn.
Joe, I know we've seen Jorge this top before. Was keeping him down in the minors, kind of getting this.
I'm sorry, I hear the first part.
Jorge was
Okay,
this
okay,
top before,
yeah.
but getting his timing down in the minors, keeping him down there extra, is this what you were hoping for?
Yeah, and then when he came up, people are saying he wasn't swinging the bat well. And, part of that is, and it's just true, when a guy that's been in the big leagues has had success and you send him back down, there's that motivation thing. The adrenaline's not quite pumping in the same way, which right now, that last at-bat that he drew the walk, that was outstanding, to not expand his strike zone. Even if the game is out of reach like that, still work the same at-bat, and he did. I took that as, everybody's looking at the home run. I like the walk. If he's not going to expand at that pitch, I promise you more home runs are to follow. If he's going to expand at that pitch, the home runs will go away. So for me, when you're walking, you're hitting. When you're not expanding your strike zone, if you're good, you're going to hit as good as you can. If you're expanding your strike zone, even if you're good, you're not going to hit as good as you can. So that was my takeaway from today with him, is that last at-bat was beautiful.
This morning you talked about situational hitting. I mean, 2 out of 3 you had, but it's not a lot.
Yeah, we just had a good approach today. Like I said, I thought this group would go out there ready to play, and they were. Getting those 2 runs early were large. And then just the home runs kept piling up, obviously. I really think Contreras' home run kind of really flipped this game in a positive way for us. Even though it was 2-0, they got Wainwright pitching. It's still not very comfortable at all. The 3-run homer was a big moment. Cool. Good night.